you guys boo me all the time, man. I'm the most hated guy in MMA.
If you like Josh Koscheck, then you've not met the guy.
Boo! Love me or hate me, I don't care.
Josh is the biggest black hat in the sport. He takes pride in it.
Koscheck's a dick. I don't get along with Koscheck at all.
Nah, I don't care about my legacy. I care about my bank account.
I can be a likable guy. You can't do it. It's not in him.
I hope the gym burns to the ground. Hopefully nobody's in it, but just, well, maybe one person.
If you enjoy deep dives into the untold stories, rivalries, and controversies, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe. Now let's step into the world of Josh Koscheck. Born on November 30th, 1977, in Waynesburg, Pennsylvania, Koscheck became a standout wrestler at Waynesburg Central High School.
I've been competing at the highest level since I've been 4 or 5 years old.
I come from a farm in Waynesburg, Pennsylvania. We didn't have anything. We had an orange Chevy Chevette. I remember that thing. But we were broke. It was just financially, it was tough times as a kid.
I got raised by my grandparents. Grandfather was like, hey man, I'm up at 5:30. Your ass is up at 5:30. In this life is hard. 1, 2, nobody's going to give you shit for free. You got to go and earn it.
My biggest thing was, how the hell do I get out of there?
He carried that drive to Edinburgh University, where he became a 4-time NCAA Division I All-American and won the 2001 National Championship with a perfect 42-0 season.
And I used athletics to get me out of there and get me to where I am today.
He graduated in 2002 with a degree in criminal justice and a collegiate record of 128-17.
It was just my mentality. I've been winning as a kid, in wrestling and football and whatever it was, whatever sport I took on, I said, I'm going to figure it out. I'm going to figure out how to win. And that was the same perspective of MMA.
Koscheck began his professional MMA journey in 2004, quickly winning his first 2 fights.
One, it's not easy, coming into a new industry. Came from wrestling to mixed martial arts. I didn't know anything about it. I've never boxed. The only thing I've done is wrestle. So I'll figure it out. Jiu-jitsu, never did jiu-jitsu. 2 fights in one day as a little tournament. Went out there and just pummeled the first dude, choked him out. And then the second dude, I knocked him out in like freaking couple minutes. And then I made $250 for 2 fights. And I was like, all right, give me my money. The promoter didn't even have the money to pay me. So Dwayne and Bob gave me like $300. $300. Like, that was a lot of money. I was like, yeah, I'm rich. I got $300.
My biggest thing was, I want to be famous. I want to win. I want to make money. Because the way I looked at it, the more famous you are, the more money you're going to make.
That same year, he joined the cast of The Ultimate Fighter Season 1. With bleach blonde hair and swagger to match, he quickly became the show's antagonist.
Look, at The Ultimate Fighter, you were a wrestler. You had no true fight experience going into that.
John, I never trained 1 day of mixed martial arts. They needed a guy like me.
Oh, yeah.
Think about it. And the reason I dyed my hair and I started saying, they're never going to love me because I don't have the style that they're going to love. I said, all right, well, what's the next best option? They hate me. I don't really care. I just need to figure out how to make money. Yeah. $300 fighting 2 dudes in 1 day ain't enough.
No, it's not.
So I figured, like, I'll just be a total asshole. I just said, I'm going to just be an asshole. I'm going to figure it out. I was just a dick. We'll just say it.
I walked through it and I was just stunned. I was looking around like, Jesus, this place is phenomenal. It's one of the best facilities I've ever seen.
You know what Canada is like? It's like the attic you never go into.
He talks so much. I don't know what I'm going to do with this. Like, you can only handle so much of, that. I think his attitude sucks. I think he's a big talker. I wanted to choke that kid. I definitely like to fight, Chris.
I'll just be laughing my ass off if Levin gets kicked off, though. He's made too many mistakes. I think that should be kicked.
You and Chris Levin had this battle. It was good psychological warfare both ways. It's the way it's supposed to be.
I think he's a great wrestler, and I also think I'll crush him.
Chris Levin's a big talker, and I'm sick of his mouth.
Josh Koscheck, when are we going to get in there and mix it up? That's all I want to know.
He wants to keep talking his smack, then I'm just going to bring it to him.
What male wears low-cut jeans? I have low-cut jeans like that, bro. Style, man. You got to catch up. Up there in Oregon or wherever the hell you're at. They need to catch up with the rest of the world, bro. You have cable TV up there?
So we get back to the house, and now it's really obvious that people have had too much to drink.
He drank a lot, took a lot of shit.
I know he drank a lot. Too much.
Hey, go, Koscheck, get the out of here. Aliens are coming. Jago, line your side. Jago, line your side. Guys, concern is not
what happens tomorrow or talking shit. It's about how Diego does and makes it to tomorrow.
I'm not gonna talk about it because it doesn't matter to me.
You don't give a shit about anything, Chris.
You.
Don't talk shit, you fatherless bastard. Shut your mouth and stop whining.
We can't keep throwing gas on the fire. I'm sorry.
Just wait. I'm sorry.
Nate, give him a hug.
You need to grow the up.
You need to grow up. Nate's out there. How am I gonna sleep crying?
Most notably, he and Bobby Southworth sprayed water on a sleeping Chris Lieben, igniting one of the most explosive moments in TUF history.
Can I spray him with water?
Don't spray him with the water.
Let's go toward the water. Let's go. Alls I remember seeing him laugh. After the water got poured on me, don't remember a thing.
Chris, I'm back here. It's the house.
Sleep too, Nate. They started spraying a hose on me. I know. Intentions were to just spray around him, but that didn't happen. I kind of went a little bit overboard.
Koscheck doesn't even have the balls to face the person that he sprayed down with the hose. He runs away like a cowardly little girl.
Whatever, dude. It's a prank. If you can't live up to it, and he's gonna cry. That. I'm an instigator, and I instigated it. And, when you have a few cocktails, of course, you want to see how far you can push somebody to see what they're going to do next.
It's my balls. Yeah, right.
We did it. It was bad judgment. So what? We did it. He didn't have to flip out. When he went to the hospital, I was like, what a retard, I'm not going to regret it. White trash is what it is. It is. Huge. It is. Like, if, he's the type of person that I would never, ever be seen in public with.
You mean to tell me the Ultimate Fighter House wasn't the greatest experience ever that you
No, we were guinea pigs. We were lab rats, man. They had no damn clue what the hell they were doing on that show, filming it at first. We were there for like 3 months. It was insane.
The drama led to an exhibition fight between Koscheck and Lieben, which Josh won by unanimous decision.
Next time, why you still hold me on the mat? You didn't hurt me at all. It's a win. It's a win. Take your bus ticket home. You know what they don't see in the UFC? Somebody just lays and rolls around on the ground. Go home! Hold me down, you little Go home!
Just be real. Let's be real, John. It's boring laying there watching me lay on somebody and beat them up. I had to get paid.
Though he lost a close semifinal to Diego Sanchez, Koscheck's wrestling and villain persona made him unforgettable.
You became one of the hot buttons of that entire show.
Yeah.
You and Bobby Southworth, after that show went through and everybody watched and everything, and everything blew up.
On April 9th, 2005, he made his UFC debut by knocking out Chris Sanford in the TUF finale.
They showed me on the Jumbotron and that place went freaking nuts.
Yeah.
And I'm like, holy shit, this is not cool. Mandalay Bay, that place went apeshit crazy, booing me. And Dana White comes over and shakes my hand. And he goes, hey, congratulations. I said, what? They're booing me. And he goes, yep, they care. You're going to make a lot of money. It was tough.
It's tough in the beginning.
Tell you what, I'm coming down to 170. Better look out.
Koscheck's UFC tenure spanned a full decade, 2005 to 2015, and saw him evolve from raw wrestler into a well-rounded title contender. Dropping to welterweight, Koscheck found success against Pete Spratt, Ansar Chalangov, and former champ Dave Mene. At UFC 69 in April 2007, he faced Diego Sanchez in a long-awaited rematch.
He hasn't lost yet. He's undefeated. I'm going to put an end to that. I just want to beat Diego up because he's so freaking weird.
After winning a unanimous decision, Koscheck taunted Sanchez.
Josh, there's so much bad blood between you two guys. How sweet must this victory feel to you right now?
Oh! Boo! Let me just tell you something, Houston. That's payback right there. Love me or hate me, I don't care. He's 19-1. Woo!
There's still some animosity there. You guys didn't shake hands after the fight.
I see him as an enemy. I don't care, I hate him.
A few months later, he faced Georges St-Pierre at UFC 74 and lost via unanimous decision.
Georges St-Pierre taking Josh Koscheck down literally at will. I mean, that was a big statement.
In 2008, Koscheck showcased his evolving striking with brutal KOs over Dustin Hazelett and Yoshiyuki Yoshida.
He's hurt badly.
Yoshido out in the first round, right at the end of the first round. And, that place went berserkers, man. Oh my God, there's that drug. You roll away with a big knockout of the night, fight of the night. Yeah, I got both of them that night, I believe.
But controversy struck in November 2009. At UFC 106, he fought Anthony "Rumble" Johnson. After an illegal knee from Johnson while Koscheck was grounded, many believed Josh exaggerated the impact to gain recovery time. Replays were inconclusive, but criticism followed.
Tries to duck under. Oh, no.
Need a downed opponent.
Oh, clearly illegal. Watch this again. Here comes the knee. No. That knee did not hit that left eye.
He can't see.
But the knee did not. From the other angles, it looked like he hit him clean.
It's his left eye that's clearly swollen, though.
Well, that could have been a punch that he ate earlier.
Koscheck recovered and submitted Johnson in round 2.
He's going out. He taps.
It is
Tremendous victory for Josh Koscheck.
I wanted to get your thoughts on this new aspect of fighting that Josh Koscheck has introduced, where you try and fake out or trick the.
Wow. You know what, man? Look, there's two ways of looking at it. One way you can look at it is Josh Koscheck is a master at playing mind games. He loves to talk. He loves to get inside guys' heads. And if you know you didn't hit a guy and the guy is writhing on the floor and pretending that that you hit him, and then you get a point taken away from you because of that, you're liable to make some big mistakes. You're liable to get very emotional and get crazy. It's not something I totally agree with, and I can't say for sure that he didn't get hit. He claims he got necked, and for sure it didn't hurt him like he was lying down on the ground pretending it hurt him. That's a fact.
I remember flying out of Vegas after I beat Anthony Johnson with a fat paycheck, and I was like, this is sweet. We were on a private plane heading to Fresno, and I was like, dude, look at these checks. This is dope.
That's funny.
Fight of the night, submission of the night, and my pay. I was like, send it home, baby. Let's go. Let's go buy a new apartment, or let's go buy something. Let's invest this.
Koscheck's trash talk reached new heights in 2010, ahead of his UFC 113 bout against Paul "Semtex" Daly. Josh Koscheck and Paul Daly exchanged plenty of bad blood, with Koscheck taunting Daly in interviews and promising to expose him. During the fight, Koscheck used his wrestling to control the action, while also drawing boos after appearing to exaggerate the effect of an illegal knee in the first round.
Daly on top.
Nicely done, Paul.
Daly knee. Illegal knee. No way. Oh, man.
The point is deducted immediately.
Take a look at it here. Definitely down. Oh, wait a minute. He didn't even hit him. Josh Koscheck might want to take a look at that and stand up. And the Oscar goes to?
We get that.
In the meanwhile, Koscheck's got a hold of him.
After losing a unanimous decision, Daly infamously walked over and sucker punched Koscheck after the final horn.
Daly punches Koscheck at the end of the fight, and look at Dan Mergliotta.
Wow, that was terrible.
Yeah. That's not what this sport is all about.
The cheap shot led UFC president Dana White to immediately cut Daly from the promotion.
Have you follow up on that incident?
He's done. I don't give a shit if he's the best 170-pounder in the world. He'll never come back here again. He will never fight in the UFC ever again. It was probably one of the dumbest things I've ever seen.
And the incident became one of the most infamous post-fight moments in UFC history.
Paul Daly, I got to fight him. Yeah, that was a good one, that muggy little guy.
Yes.
I mean, we did not like each other at all, and he was bad-mouthing me the whole time. He did all these like Instagram or Twitter things and Facebook, whatever it was, and he was putting all these things out to have people draw certain pictures about me. And every time I took him down and held him down, I would just hold him. He's like, "Let me up," call me all kinds of names, and I'd be like, "If you're a man, you get up." You know what I mean? And I was talking in his ear about his mom, and he was so frustrated at the end of the fight, and it wasn't that he punched me that got him kicked out. It's what he said to Dana White afterwards.
What bothered me even more was his answer when I went up into the Octagon and talked to him after. And when I asked him, do you want to continue fighting in the UFC? He shrugged his shoulders and turned his, no, there you go. "No, you won't." He said, "Nah, I didn't hear the bell."
In the first round, there was that questionable knee, sort of like what happened in the Anthony Johnson fight. What is your take on that and sort of how he's been received now by the fans?
I told Koscheck that, that knee, you didn't get hit with that knee. And he said, I did get hit with that knee. It looked to me like it grazed his hair. Like the worst thing that could have happened was a fractured hair from that. I'll tell you, honestly, what I saw and what I thought is that he did not get hit with that knee.
So GSP is now going to fight Koscheck. They're going to be the coaches on The Ultimate Fighter, right?
Correct.
I just have to ask about the knee. A lot of people are booing you. They said that, you embellished. Did he, in fact, hit you in the head with his knee?
Yeah, absolutely,
If you look at the video, before the knee, there's not a red dot on the top of my forehead. After it, there's a bloody spot right on the top of my forehead. He did knee me in the head. It's part of the game, Try to get the point and win the round, definitely,
Next up, The Ultimate Fighter and George St. Pierre. Are you ready for this?
Yeah, this is going to be great. This is a dream come true.
This win earned Koscheck a second fight with GSP, whom he would coach against on The Ultimate Fighter 12. During filming, Koscheck repeatedly mocked Team GSP medic Brad Tate, calling him a male nurse, and eventually grabbing him during a heated exchange. The incident became infamous.
I definitely want to try to figure out why you wanted to try to fight Josh Koscheck on The Ultimate Fighter. Talking about
sometimes
that all
you be
morning.
hanging out with fighters, you think you can fight sometimes, shit.
He depends me. If you're going to embarrass me, you're going to do more than that.
Go with your little boys. So basically, we were talking shit because they was losing. Like Koscheck kept messing with everybody, but nobody would respond, and I didn't get the memo. I'm gonna be honest with y'all, I don't know what the fuck I was gonna do. George was so mad at me. George was pissed. So he kept talking shit, and I was like, bro, y'all losing.
Like you're not funny.
You're just trying to get on, just become famous, man. Unbelievable.
He's not famous because his dude beat you. I did something that you should never do. I brought up his loss to GSP. Yeah, he wasn't funny. It was like, boo, his jokes is trash. You getting beat. What's the last thing you accomplished in life?
Yeah.
How to fake a knee?
How to fake a knee, Tate. You told me fake the knee.
They heard him when you said it.
No, you told me. Oh, he did fake the knee, though. He never got hit. Joke, I'm getting an Oscar.
That's why he got mad.
You're a male nurse, bro.
Oh, we called you a male nurse.
It still hurts.
That's not good.
Dude, is that your fish?
I'm gonna you up in about 2 minutes.
Look at his face.
Oh, he was pissed.
So I got 120 more seconds?
Listen, bro.
Oh my God, he tried to strangle you with the left hand.
Hey, that nigga you still on business though, because you're not a fighter. That had me scared though. But you fight a fight and you fought.
Kind of like, you lose it, you snap.
Also in 2010, Josh Koscheck opened a Throne base camp in his hometown of Fresno, California, using it as both a public MMA training facility and his personal base between camps at American Kickboxing Academy.
I heard you mention you're opening up a gym here in Fresno. Why don't you tell us about that?
Yeah, I'm opening up a branch of American Kickboxing Academy here in Fresno. It's going to be Koscheck's AK of Fresno.
In June 2010, Koscheck accused GSP of using steroids and HGH, saying he'd heard rumors from other camps. GSP calmly accepted Olympic-style drug testing, and Koscheck apologized 2 days later, admitting it was promotional hype. They met at UFC 124 in December 2010. GSP dominated, breaking Koscheck's orbital bone early.
On circumstances of that first round, he broke my orbital bone. My eye dropped down in the socket in the first round. And man, every time he hit me, I could just feel it in my teeth. And I don't even shave with a razor anymore because every time I do, even if I do that right there, I feel the numbness in my eye. So I think of George quite often.
Koscheck fought on, nearly blind, but lost a clear, unanimous decision. It was the peak of his UFC visibility, even if the result was humbling. In 2011, Koscheck knocked out Matt Hughes at UFC 135, sending the Hall of Famer into retirement. His next fight came against Mike Pierce at UFC 143 in February 2012, where he won a narrow split decision. However, this fight marked the end of his run with American Kickboxing Academy.
You sort of dropped that bombshell on us after the Mike Pierce fight that you were leaving AK. You had very strong words for your now former coach, Javier Mendes. How long had this been?
For the record, he was never my coach.
Until that point, no one outside the gym knew there were problems, but in the days following the Pierce bout, long simmering tensions with head coach Javier Mendes came to a head. Koscheck claimed Mendes had shown favoritism towards certain fighters and publicly criticized him in interviews.
There's only one reason why I left San Jose. I left San Jose because of Javier Mendes. I'm done with this guy. I'm done with being around. Does the guy not know how much I've done for him in his gyms? Fighting for 8 years under that name? 8 years. Not once he ever came up to me and said, Kos, you know what, thank you for fighting under the gym. Never truly cared about coming to my fights until I was fighting the big fights. because he wanted to build his own name off of us. He changed. I've been the same from day one. Total DIC. I hope the gym burns to the ground. As long as I'm not in it. Hopefully nobody's in it, but just, well, maybe one person.
The issues, from Javier and Koscheck stem back to an interview that Javier did on one of Koscheck's fights. Javier said he wasn't following the game plan, that he wasn't supporting his fighters. That bothered Koscheck, and that was like the straw that broke the camel's back.
Josh says that he hopes AK burns to the ground.
When you spent 8 years with an individual like Josh, I think that nothing is going to surprise you. Actually, he really hates me, so it didn't shock me.
To wish that upon someone, don't you think that's a little personal?
Yeah, it is. It is, but it's who he is. Hey, we're not friends.
Why is there this animosity there? You are at fault?
I'm at fault. I did something that I knew that can cause a bad reaction. If I had to do it all over again, I probably wouldn't.
Do you regret it?
Yeah, I do. Because you know what? I don't like hate.
Starting a new gym in Fresno, Dethrone Base Camp, is a big step. It's a new beginning to my life. I feel like my career might have just got a little bit longer because I don't have that stress of being in San Jose.
I'm in a better place now, and my Dethrone Base Camp Fresno gyms they're rocking right now. It's good to be around real coaches that care, and real coaches that put time in, and real coaches that will put the effort.
But the next generation of fighters began to pass him by. Between 2012 and 2013, he lost to Johnny Hendricks, Robbie Lawler, and Tyron Woodley.
Yeah, Josh, he sent me a huge text. Sounded a little bit like retirement. Might be a little premature for Josh, too. I think Josh is still one of the most talented guys out there. I love Koscheck. I love that kid. I love the way he fights. I love his attitude. Guy gets booed out of the arena every time he comes in, but he still goes in and fights his ass off.
The long 12 years of grinding for this sport caught up to me, and I needed to take a break off from the game for a little bit and take a step back, take a deep breath, refocus, and make another run at this thing.
After a long layoff, Koscheck returned in 2015, but lost to Jake Ellenberger and Eric Silva, bringing his UFC losing streak to 5.
He tapped. It is all over. That's it. Dropping down. Look at this. Foaming at the mouth, man.
That same year, Koscheck clashed with UFC management. In interviews, he slammed Dana White as childish and the Fertitta's errand boy, expressing frustration with UFC's handling of fighters. He criticized the Reebok sponsorship deal and encouraged fighters to test free agency.
It's kind of childish, probably on both of our parts, but I signed with Bellator the same day that they dropped their Reebok deal to take over all the sponsors, and my news was with me signing with Bellator was bigger than his, and I had a Josh Koscheck shirt, Reebok did, and I sent him a message and I said, you guys better take that shit down because you don't have my licensing rights to do that. So, they all blew up on it. He expected me to re-sign with the UFC and end my career there, which would have been nice. But at the end of the day, my management looked out for me.
Koscheck fought out his UFC contract in 2015 and signed with Bellator in June.
It's very difficult to work for somebody, I want to be my own boss. My advice to any of these young fighters out there, invest your money, do the right thing, start businesses, because, there's no 401k at the end of the day at this sport.
Fans anticipated a rematch with Paul Daly, but injuries forced multiple cancellations. On February 18th, 2017, he finally debuted in Bellator, losing via TKO to Mauricio Alonso. It would be his final fight.
I was going to retire, right after the UFC thing, and the Bellator didn't work out for me. I said to Nick, I was like, I don't know if I really want to fight anymore, I'm so focused on my business. It's just when you have that mentality switch of I'm done fighting, it's pretty hard to be that lion in there.
You in that fight, it was like you just were going through the motions. You didn't care.
Yeah.
And I was like, this is not Josh Koscheck, because it was your first fight in Bellator.
Koscheck officially retired in June 2018 with a 17-11 record. He had already been preparing for life after fighting. He founded Dethrone Base Camp Gym in Fresno, earned a pilot's license, and starred on UFC Ultimate Insider, showing off his lifestyle.
You're one of the most hated fighters.
You're hated?
Koscheck has a plane and a nice house and 19 cars. Are other fighters jealous of you?
Yeah, I think so. I get a lot of hate, not only by other fighters, but, obviously by the fans. And, what's funny is, I play them all like a riddle. I'm the guy that's laughing all the way to the bank.
You literally went MIA after you said you were done, and you really didn't even announce you were done. You just completely just walked off and just rode off into the sunset. And here we are now talking to you, years removed and having a successful career somewhere else. But it's like, Not many people know you moved to North Carolina. Not many people know you started your own company. Not many people know anything.
My biggest thing now is just focus on family and work. That's all I do. Man, I'll just outwork you. I'm not the smartest. I'm not the best athlete, but I can tell you this, I ain't gonna stop working. That's what I took from all my years of living on the farm in Waynesburg, Pennsylvania, from my grandparents teaching me, to high school wrestling, to college wrestling, to mixed martial arts, and now to business.
In 2012, after splitting from AKA, he transitioned to Throne Base Camp into Czech Defense, a company focused on tactical training, government contracting, and hiring U.S. military veterans.
The last couple of years, I was so focused on my business, trying to figure out how to just develop a business that would have longevity. And I started a company called Czech Defense, and today I think we have about 346 employees. We're doing some amazing things. We provide a lot of services for military, from the Navy SEALs to Army, special operations. That's what I love about my business, is I get to work with awesome people. So
Josh Koscheck will forever be remembered as one of MMA's first reality TV villains. Cocky, relentless, and always in the middle of chaos.
It was an act for me. I just tried to freaking figure out how to make myself popular so that they have no choice. They can't get rid of me.
A former NCAA champion turned UFC title contender, he fought legends, stirred controversy, and never backed down.
And I'd rather have them booing the hell out of me every time I walk out than just being like, cheer, cheer, cheer. Then I'm probably not going to have a job if that's the case. So keep booing me, please.
Whether you loved him or booed him, Josh Koscheck was unforgettable. And in the history of MMA, that matters.
And I don't regret any of the decisions I've made throughout my career. Most of the decisions I made were probably based upon how can I make more money. You know what I mean? So to me, it was a business.
I got a good life. So for being hated, it's like these guys hate me too,
If you could do it all over again, and let's say the money's the same, would you rather have been the guy everybody loves versus the guy everybody hates?
No, I do it the same way.